Hi, Mark Kerrigan back here with Dr. Michael Giammatteo for our third and final segment this evening. We're talking about the benefits of ionized alkaline water, and Dr. Giammatteo has some very specific experiences with that. And could you talk about that, about your experience in Italy?
Yeah, first of all, I said we use it for dermatological reactions.
Okay.
The second thing is over there, because it's so prevention oriented, they really focus on drinking a lot of water. If you drink the kind of water we're talking about, this ionized water,
Sure.
you drink 8 to 10 glasses of that a day, even if you have diabetes, there's evidence in the literature that it does reduce the level of it. Remember, early onset, usually inherited, but later onset, adult diabetes, it's on the rise. Now figure.
That seems like it's huge in the United States right now.
When we started giving soda pops and other things, water use went down.
Oh.
So now when water use goes down, the quality of water, people don't complain about it too much. Now suddenly people, the younger generations have been in a bottled water. But why do that when you can get, I mean real, the way water used to be back in pristine days.
Well, people don't want to really be drinking tap water these days, right? There's all this talk about chlorine and contaminants. So people are thinking bottled water is a really good choice. And in comparison to some tap water systems, it is, isn't it?
The thing there again is plastic that contains it leaches into it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It can make you very ill.
So it might have started out pretty good, but it doesn't take long before it gets contaminated.
As I said, yeah. I would think that the kind of things that you want to focus on are getting people to understand very simply why they need water that's broken down from big chunks of water that don't get absorbed by the body. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Little things that get absorbed.
Sure.
That takes a special process.
Okay. And that's the ionization process?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you look at water's basic elements, it's hydrogen and oxygen, and the way they're proportioned means that's the way they're always going to be. Now watch, if I heat up water, what does it become?
After a certain point, it becomes a steam.
Yeah. And if I freeze it, it becomes...
It becomes pretty hard. Ice cubes.
Nice.
I know, that's
but
what
it's
I do in my
still
refrigerator.
H2O. So H2O is not in the same format. So when you break H2O down to little wee units, micro groups of them.
Okay, really small.
These little clusters of them.
So it's hydrogen and oxygen together, creating the water, and you break it up really small.
Yeah.
And then
so you still have hydrogen and oxygen.
So it's still water.
But it's little pieces. If you can picture little pieces. Right. Okay? It's that simple. I don't know why they make it so complex.
So why are we making it so hard with bottled water?
It's not complex. The thing that gets complex is if you try to I'll digress momentarily and explain it.
Okay.
Dogma people, this begets this, begets this, begets this. Tap water's good enough for my cousin, good enough for you, just get her done. Right?
You're from Texas?
No, you kidding? No, I'm not from Texas. You know, there's no Longhorns in my family. A couple guys have big ears, but
that's a little different.
Yeah. but I mean, it's boom, 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 boom. Okay, dogma. So you come in and you say, hey, our water's so bad, we better get back to pretty much like the best pristine parts of the world where people live long, eat raw foods, have nice family lives, and their water. Well, what about their water? Well, we don't have it anymore, so we got to make it. Well, how are we going to make it? Well, I think the Japanese and Russians and Romanians did it like 20, 25 years ago.
That's right. They invented the ionization process.
Yes, they did.
They did this years and years ago. They were using it medically, I believe, also.
Yeah, they use it medically. And they're so far advanced in Russia, they can talk, they know DNA as a grammatical structure, like sentences. They can talk to you and help heal you. They use the rhythm. It's called vibrational medicine. So at least...
So it isn't just about taking another pill or another medication.
And you mentioned something about the health system here.
Yes.
When I started out to treat patients, this little manual we had to tell us how the patient was behaving, you know, first one was nuts, not nuts. When I quit, we had 483 conditions. Now,
Wow.
ready for this? Each one had a drug recommended.
Oh my gosh. There's that many drugs out there right now? I mean,
The
I'm
new
maybe naive
the
here.
new atypicals, like starting with Giammatteo, you know, they used to have Equinol, Placidel, these kind like that. But the new atypicals, you know, that's a fancy way for saying they're brand new.
Oh,
but
brand new.
they're mainly
Okay.
synthetics. Now, I have to tell you something to keep it very legitimate. The things you call vitamins,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I take those.
they're medications.
They are.
Yeah, you can overdose on vitamins
Wow.
because they're just categorized under another name.
Mm-hmm.
That goes back to the Food and Drug Law they passed in 1993 that allowed vitamins to be sold. If not, they become prescriptive.
Got it.
But they build up. You can get toxicity from too much of C, too much of B, and you can't get a clear, precise vitamin anymore. You have to remanufacture these probiotics
Oh, is that how they
and
do it?
probiotics.
Wow. So there's lots
Same
of
with
challenges,
water.
aren't there?
But the parallel is the same for the water.
It
then.
is. It is.
Yeah. In other words, if you can think like parallel construction, you can say if they have to do that to manufacture vitamins, and the ones we're taking over the counter might not be the same quality as some of these tailor-made.
Got it.
And by the way, the tailor-made vitamins are EdD.
Okay.
What else broke down into microclusters?
Oh, the water.
Yeah.
So, Doctor, we have about a minute left. What would you advise the people listening here today? If you could advise them as a doctor, as someone who has many years of experience about not just healing disease but preventing it, what would you recommend?
Find a lot of loving friends, have a loving relationship, eat as many raw foods as feasible, drink water that's very similar to the first great waters that fed the body, and above and beyond all that, think realistically, which usually is positive. Okay?
Thank you so much for that, Dr. Giammatteo. Appreciate that so much. Eventually I'll say that really well. Thank you all for listening. And for those who'd like to know more, we have a link on this page about this healthy water, bringing this water from the past back into your life today, without bottles, without these plastics leaching. Take a look at our link and you'll find out about ionized alkaline water. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.